They say heroes never die. But what if one did, and came back as the very thing he once hunted? This is the untold story of Sam Emerson, the boy who laughed at vampires before becoming one. In 1987, the Lost Boys changed the face of horror forever. A perfect blend of teenage rebellion, rock music, and blood-soaked fantasy. But hidden behind Michael, Star, and David's chaos was another name. Sam Emerson, the wisecracking, comic-loving kid who kept the story human. What most fans don't realize is that Sam's story didn't end with Grandpa's truck smashing through Max. It continued until his fate turned darker than anyone expected. Today, we're uncovering the full story, from Sam's innocent beginnings to his tragic final transformation. When Sam Emerson first rolled into Santa Carla, he hated everything about it. No TV, no friends, and a creepy house in what locals called the murder capital of the world. He joked that their new home looked like something out of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But beneath that humor was a sharp kid, clever, confident, and obsessed with comic books. At the boardwalk, while his older brother Michael was busy chasing a mysterious girl named Star, Sam found something better. A comic book shop run by two weird brothers, Edgar and Alan Frog. They mocked his Miami Vice-style clothes, calling him a fashion victim. But Sam quickly proved he wasn't just another tourist. He rattled off comic facts, corrected them on Batman issue numbers, and earned their respect. That's when they gave him a horror comic titled Vampires Everywhere. They told him to read it. It could save his life. At first, Sam laughed it off. Vampires? Come on. Santa Carla was strange, sure. But that strange? He'd soon find out. One night, everything changed. Sam was in the bathtub singing loudly when Nanook, his loyal dog, suddenly attacked Michael. At first, Sam thought his brother had gone insane. But then, he saw it. Michael's reflection was fading. That moment, when Sam realized his brother was becoming a vampire, shattered the comedy of the story. Panic set in. Sam called the Frog brothers for help, and they told him the brutal truth. Michael needed to die. But Sam refused. He believed his brother could be saved, and that's what made Sam different. He wasn't a killer. He was a protector. With the Frog brothers by his side, he faced off against David's gang of vampires. Armed with holy water, garlic, and a crossbow, Sam fought through the night. And when one vampire attacked near the stereo, Sam fired his shot, impaling the creature and shouting his iconic line, "Death by stereo!" It was the moment Sam proved he wasn't just comic relief. He was a hero. When the battle ended and Max, the real head vampire, was killed by Grandpa's truck, it seemed like the Emersons' nightmare was finally over. But for Sam, the story had only just begun. 3 years later, Sam came back to Santa Carla. The town was still crawling with vampires, and the Frog brothers were still fighting the good fight. When David's gang returned to finish what they started, Sam jumped back into battle. But this time, things were darker. He discovered that his grandfather, the man who saved them all, had been turned into a half-vampire. And the one responsible was a sinister creature known as the Widow Johnson, a seductive dominatrix-style vampire who turned the fight into a blood-soaked nightmare. During the chaos, Sam watched his grandfather die, breaking him emotionally. Fast forward 21 years. The Frog brothers are older, bitter, and still fighting vampires. But Sam? he's vanished. Until one night, Edgar gets a visit. Standing outside the shadows is Sam Emerson, but he's no longer the boy we knew. Pale skin, cold eyes, fangs. Sam had become the thing he once hunted, a vampire. Edgar warns him to stay back. He doesn't want to fight his old friend. But Sam steps forward, smirking, and says, "Hey, I'm trembling." 2 years later, the truth finally came out. Edgar, now living in San Cazador, was shown holding Sam's treasured comic, Batman number 14. It wasn't just a prop, it was a reminder. Because Sam was gone, Edgar had been forced to kill him. Sam had turned into a full vampire, and Edgar had no choice but to end his life. He later visited Sam's grave, leaving that same Batman number 14 beside the headstone, a final goodbye to his childhood friend. That one image said everything. The boy who once saved his brother died as the monster he once feared. Sam's story is one of the most tragic in horror history. He started out as the audience's voice, the skeptical, comic-loving kid who made the vampires feel almost fun. But his life slowly turned into a mirror of what the Lost Boys was always about: innocence corrupted. From a boy mocking horror comics to a man consumed by one, Sam's arc became a dark reflection of growing up in a world that doesn't play by fair rules. The Batman number 14 comic, the symbol of his childhood and purity, now lies on his grave, a reminder that even the brightest souls can fall when the darkness comes calling. Sam Emerson's journey began with laughter and ended in blood. He fought monsters, lost family, and ultimately became what he once feared. But in doing so, he gave the Lost Boys universe its beating heart. A reminder that sometimes even the hero doesn't make it out alive. If you thought Sam's story was dark, wait until you hear what really happened to the widow Johnson. It's right here on the screen.